Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to get a really pretty purple smoky eye. So if you wanna see how to recreate this look, then just keep on watching. So first I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin using the Clinique moisturizer. I have dry skin. That's why I like this moisturizer, because it is extremely moisturizing on my eyes and on my forehead, your neck. And then for my lips, what I use to moisturize them is the menthol lip shines from Bath and Body Works. I love these. They are truly amazing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot in Layin. Can you see that? Sorry for the glare. In Layin Low, and I'm gonna use a Beige Cosmetics 129 brush to apply that on my eyelids. Okay, so once I have my eyes primed with that, I'm going to set that with the COL-LAB Set the Stage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder in Sand Beige. You can find this powder at Sally's Beauty Supply and just use that. I'm just gonna use an E.L.F brush to set. And my eyebrows are already done. You can check out my previous video on my eyebrow routine on how I do my eyebrows. So in today's video, we are going to be using the Morphe X James Charles palette. I love this palette. It is absolutely beautiful. There's only going to be one color that's not from this palette that I'm going to be using, but the rest of the shadows are from this palette. And I'm going to be using the E.L.F Matte from Matte eyeshadow palette in Summer Breeze. The only color I'm going to be using is this purple shade right here. And I am going to use, so the first eyeshadow that I'm going to use is from James palette, the color called Pinkity Drinkity. I'm going to use that shade in my crease as my light transition color before I start laying any other colors on. And I'm gonna do that to my other eye. So this color doesn't really show up on me, but that's fine. I just like to use it like as a transition color, you know, just anything. So once I have that color laid down, I'm gonna be using from that one is this purple shade on I got an eyeshadow brush kit on Amazon. Any blending brush you have will work. So I'm gonna pick some of that shadow up on a blending brush, and I'm gonna place that in my crease. This is gonna act like a transition color, because it's light, like it's light, it's not too intense or too dark, because the eyeshadows in James palette are extremely pigmented. I just want to go in with something light. So once I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. I really wanna blend this out. Okay, so once I have that, I'm gonna take that same blending brush and I'm gonna take the color Single and like that, and I'm just gonna place that a little bit above the eyeshadow I just applied. So as you can see, that eyeshadow is extremely pigmented. So you definitely want to start off with a little bit of product and then building it up, because if you put too much product, then it's going to be really hard to a little bit too hard to blend it away once it's there. So you kind of want to apply some of this also on your lid. So once you have that color, next I'm gonna take the color Love That, like a flat but at the same time fluffy brush, and I'm gonna apply that just in the crease area. Of course, we're gonna blend this out. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna use that same blending brush we used earlier to blend out the edges on this. Just keep adding some. Blend this again. You don't want to have any harsh edges. You want to add some of that color on your lid. Once you are happy with how it's looking, we're gonna take an even smaller brush. Same thing, this little brush is from Amazon. And I'm gonna take the color Escape. What you wanna do with that color is just add it right here at the end of your eye. Right here. Just paste that in there and we'll blend it out right now. Same thing on this side. And then we're going to use the same blending brush and kind of drag this color into your crease a little bit. Not adding any more product, just with what you have. Add a little bit more of that. So we're going to take a clean blending brush. I'm gonna take one from Amazon and we're going to blend out what I have so far. I'm gonna take that color single again and I'm gonna apply that right here on the top just to kind of blend everything together. It takes that brush once again and they're gonna, so you could make this as dark or as intense as you prefer. So I'm gonna take again that color Escape. So the key to this is just to blend and blend and blend. So you're happy with that. You want to take a small little brush. This is the E.L.F Professional Eye Crease Brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of the color Spooky. Just apply that at the end of your eye. We're going to take that same brush we were using to blend that black out. So once you have your eye blended, I'm gonna kind of cut my crease in the front of my eye. I'm going to use another Amazon little like pointed flat brush, and I'm going to be using, to cut my crease, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Medium. I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand, just a little bit. I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to cutting my crease. So about to there. So once I have that, I'm gonna use my ring finger to kind of blend the concealer and the end of, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna add more color. This is just to blend that in. I'm going to take this little flat brush, small packing brush, and I'm going to use a color canvas to set that concealer. Once I have that, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Escape and Spooky to kind of blend these colors together. I'm gonna take that blending brush and blend that. You know, tidying things up. So that's what you should have so far. Now, if you want to take this look to a whole nother level, add glitter, you know, to the inner portion, or you can add the color Artistry. It's like a really nice kind of like a purpley sparkly color. I think I'm gonna leave it how it is. I kind of like a matte look. For under my brow bone, I'm gonna use the same color canvas to place under my brow bone. Okay. So next we're gonna move on to the skin. We'll come back later to finish the lower lash line. We're gonna be moving on to the face. So I'm gonna start by priming my face. I'm gonna be using the PALLADIO Rice Primer. You can get this at Sally's Beauty Supply. I'm gonna just like a little tiny bit. It's a mattifying primer, yeah, and perfecting. I have large pores around my nose here, and I'm just gonna add some on my forehead. I'm telling you, I'm not an oily person, so whatever's left on my hands, I'm gonna apply that all over my face. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Revlon Makeup Revolution. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I am in the shade F12. That's my shade, F12. I love this foundation. It's full coverage. It's beautiful. The finish is beautiful. I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender to blend. Make sure that's well blended into your skin. For concealer, I'm going to be using that same Tarte. I don't go too crazy with the concealer. I'm going to use that same beauty sponge to blend out the concealer. So I'm going to be using that COL-LAB powder I used to set my eyes. I'm going to use it to set my under eyes also. You want to blend out your creases before you set, and I'm going to use that same beauty blender and bake under my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild pressed powder in Golden Tan. I'm going to use a big fluffy powder brush to set the rest of my face. Bronze out my skin, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in Sun Bronze. I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild angle brush. And then for my contour, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match powder in Cool with the Tarte brush. What was this set? I think it was the unicorn set. And I'm gonna use that to contour. So to dust away the baking powder, I'm gonna use a Real Techniques multitask brush. So for blush, I'm gonna be using this Sleek Makeup blush in Coral. A very pretty corally blush, and I'm gonna apply that with the Morphe M530 brush. So I'm just gonna apply that on the apples of my cheek. Later, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild and Fergie collection in Hollywood Boulevard. This is old. I think they renamed this, but you know. And I'm gonna be using the Royal and Land Nickel Highlight and Glow brush. You can see how pretty that highlight looks. Okay, so we're done with the face. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes again. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tightline my eye. I'm gonna be using the KIKO Milan Intense Color Long Lasting Eyeliner. Well, it's a black. Use a brush too. You can do a wing. I don't think I'm gonna do a wing. I'm just gonna do a simple when I'm using the Physicians Formula Eye Booster eyeliner in Ultra Black. So now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Voluminous Last Paradise mascara in black. I'm gonna do a thin coat of mascara. And for my lashes, I'm gonna be using the EYLURE and Vegas Nay Luxe collection in Bronze Beauty. I absolutely love these eyelashes. I feel like they put a look together. The eyelash glue I'm going to be using is the Kiss Strip Adhesive in clear. And I used my tweezers, and you want to let your eyelash glue get tacky before you apply your eyelashes. Apply my other lash. Okay, so now that I have my eyelashes on, we're gonna work on the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna take a small little blending brush. That same e.L.F. one we use. I'm just gonna clean it off. And we're gonna add we're gonna get a single, and I love that first. We're gonna apply that. I like to bring my lower lash down pretty heavy because I have these little creases. Hide my little creases on my lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna take Escape and just add that on the outer part. Like so. I'm gonna take blending brush and just blend that eye out. We're gonna take that color, black out on any angled brush. We're gonna put that really close. Take back that E.L.F brush and just blend. Inner corner, I'm gonna take the color Sister in the James Charles palette and then apply that. We're finished with the eyes, so the last thing we need is our lips. So I'm gonna use the Milani lip liner Spice to outline. And I'm gonna take the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the color Beeper for that to go on top of that. Make it last setting spray. So I'm gonna go do my hair and I'll be right back. So this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.